So in this video, we're going to go through some more examples of solving equations. And in this case, we've got a fraction multiplying x is equal to a number. Okay, so 2/3 x is equal to 4. So this doesn't look too dissimilar from just having 2x is equal to 4, where we were multiplying the x by 2, and so we divided both sides by 2. So we get x on the left-hand side, and 4 divided by 2 is 2 on the right-hand side. So you can think of this one like that. So if you like, you could say, well, I'm multiplying both sides by 2/3, so I'm going to divide both sides by 2/3. So rather than having 4 over 2/3 like this, because I don't really want to have to deal with fractions within fractions, it's a better idea to write it with the division symbol here. And so you have 4 divided by 2/3. Now, dividing by a fraction is the same as multiplying by its reciprocal. So this is 4 times 3/2. So the 4 multiplies with the 3 to make 12 halves, and 12 divided by 2 is 6. Now, an alternative to this that avoids the use of fractions is instead removing the fraction first by thinking, well, imagine if you had 1/3 here, okay? So if we'd had 1/3 of x is equal to 4, remember that this is the same as writing x over 3 is equal to 4. So the first step is to multiply both sides by 3, and that gets rid of your fraction. So you could do that at this stage here. So you could multiply both sides by 3. If you do that to the left-hand side, we're going to be left with 2x. And if we multiply the right-hand side by 3, we get 12. Then we're multiplying by 2, so we divide both sides by 2, divide the left-hand side by 2, divide the right-hand side by 2. 12 divided by 2 is 6. And you can see we get to the answer reasonably quickly. I personally prefer that method. If you've got a fraction, then if you've got a calculator, you could do 4 divided by 2/3 very easily on your calculator. But algebraically by hand, I think that getting rid of the fractions is a good shout, okay? Particularly if you're looking at more complicated equations later on. So let's keep going. So number 2, we have 3/5 x equals 6. Let's get rid of the fraction by multiplying both sides by 5. So on the left-hand side, we're going to get 3x. If we multiply the 6 by 5, we get 30. So 3x equals 30. X is being multiplied by 3, so we're going to divide both sides by 3. Left-hand side becomes x. 30 divided by 3 is 10. Number 3, we've got the x on the right-hand side now, but that doesn't really matter. Doesn't make any difference to our methodology here. We have 5/6x equals 10. So we multiply both sides by 6. The left-hand side, 10 times 6 is 60. The right-hand side just becomes 5x. Then we divide both sides by 5 because we're multiplying by 5 there. 60 divided by 5 is 12. So 12 is equal to x. Of course, you can write that as x equals 12. As for number 4, we have 8/3 x equals 12. So let's get rid of the fraction first by multiplying through by 3. So 12 times 3 is 36. 8/3 x multiplied by 3 is just 8x. We're multiplying by 8, so let's divide both sides by 8. So 36 over 8 is equal to x. So x is equal to 36 over 8. Now this is a fraction we can simplify. So you can divide both sides by both top and bottom by 4. Or you could divide top and bottom by 2 first and then 2 again. So seeing as 4 goes in, 36 divided by 4 is 9. 8 divided by 4 is 2. So 9 halves, or 4.5, is the answer to number 4.